Hello everyone and welcome to Scot Free, a Pod by Night production of Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition, and I am here with my friends Drak, Mathas, Bub and Dot. How are we all?
Hello, I'm good. I just got off vacation, so I'm feeling great.
Candy's always on vacation.
Yeah, that's right. I'm in the mood today.
It honestly fits great, yeah.
Yes, I wanted to thank all of our audience for their patience. We skipped a little bit of time in posting, but we are here for you now, so we're ready to roll.
Not as reliable as an Anarch can be.
Yeah.
We make a podcast when we want to make a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
We're authentic here. That's what we do.
Really get into character.
Like I was busy or whatever.
Yeah, and before we dive into it, I want to just say, if you want to hop on over to patreon.com/podbynight and support us while we are making these, there's some big things coming literally over the horizon. Once Scot Free ends, you're going to be in a world of
New listenings.
darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been waiting to announce some stuff for a while now, so
Yeah.
we're excited.
And then, obviously, a huge shout out to Drak for being our guest. Amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't scare you off, Drak.
No, it takes a lot more to scare me off. don't
Okay,
worry.
good.
It can happen, and it can be done.
Okay, let us rein things in and see where our Anarchs are going tonight. The rain has continued in a deluge as it feels like it wants to shatter your windscreen, Tim. It's a crush in here. It's probably damp and unpleasant, and you're all crammed in. And you just hear the probably slightly irritating voice of Sava just say, I hope you're all prepared for a fun little trip to Gary Airport.
Yeah, no, I have a feeling it's going to be very fun. Do we have any idea what we're going to be meeting there, who we're going to be coming up against?
Yeah, we're friends now. And I have I've been doing a little bit of digging. I found a few things in that place. I actually, and he waves around some papers. You want to know what the FBI are going to be doing there? We've got 4 of them. There used to be 5.
Like I have a question.
Yes.
I thought we were finding Scott. Why are we dealing with the FBI?
Who do you think has Scott?
What? Okay, enlighten us.
The FBI.
I thought we were all on the same page.
No, why?
Okay.
You are the brains, Ikemba.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Tim, in the background, you see him just out of focus, subtly shake his head back and forth.
Why do the FBI have Scott? That's what I'm getting at. I knew that the FBI had... Please, enlighten us is what I was saying.
Oh, so, my guess, I heard his name while I was in New York. Turns out he is the information getter. Is there a word for that?
Information broker, yeah.
Yeah, he's an information broker. He knows a lot of very important things, and he feeds that to the Prince of Chicago. So having him in your pocket is probably very important to you or whoever you work for, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why wouldn't the FBI want a guy who knows everything?
Last I checked, the FBI wasn't exactly up to snuff on Kindred politics, so are they much more in the know than not?
Oh God, I hope not. Yeah, I hope that Scott knows more than they do.
So like what? Scott freaks out on a bus and like attacks a guy, and so now the FBI is like got him.
Sounds about as stable as any other Camarilla member.
Yeah, if the FBI is chasing you, you're going to end up doing something stupid eventually. They are, what they call it, persistence hunters.
Yeah, well, let's move into this place. I mean, it's you said Gary Airport, so we're gonna need to look lively then, right? Like I've been told a few things about how they kind of watch cameras, and well, I mean, like fucking everybody's watching me anyway. But I know that they're particularly looking for us cold ones.
Yeah, have you got a way of pretending to not be cold?
Don't we all? Candy, I've watched you do that several times, and Tim, I'm sure.
I'm very warm.
She is. And Candy's actually sat on Ikemba's lap. So when he says that, kind of wraps his arm around her waist when he says that.
That's how we dodge at least that. I don't know. I haven't been in a fucking airport in a while. They can't just like have thermal scopes on absolutely everything, right? Or can they?
So like we might have a problem.
Yes.
So there's like a really good chance that like my dad and me might kind of like be on the FBI watch list. Not because we like did anything or anything. Like he's innocent.
Oh, of course he is.
No, he's not.
What does your daddy do?
I'm just like saying he didn't do anything.
Okay.
Isn't he a mob leader or something like that?
That is a term we like don't use anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He is a big businessman.
Honestly, not that different.
Okay, like I guess what I'm saying is if I walk into an airport, no matter how small and gross it is, like I might come up on, the FBI database or like whatever.
So we don't go through the front door.
Tim just shakes his head, and it kind of grumbles in the background. Saver, if you're anything like me, you must be chewing on a very big question right now. Why the fuck the four of us? This don't seem like a job fit for any of us. And he looks over to Candy, especially one who's already on the FBI's watch list.
Seems like the Anarchs are clearing house. You fail, they get rid of you. You win, you get a very valuable asset.
I don't pay.
Oh, then you'll be fine.
But I won't come up on the system. If that means anything. I've been making fake identification for a long time. It takes a lot to figure out that any of it is fake. Currently on maybe my 5th or 6th face name. So I think I should be good for the most part.
I should be fine.
I mean, like, I guess getting arrested could be like a really good distraction.
I mean, if you're really looking to make another scene, then that could work. But I
didn't like know airports had back doors.
Yeah, they got a bunch of doors.
So like what? We're just gonna sneak in?
We just walk in, just like everybody else. People go in and out of the airport all the time, right? So.
And then what?
Unless the foot soldiers got your face memorized, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Well, it is a good face, and they might recognize me or whatever. But okay, fine. I guess I'll just go get a coffee and just figure it out.
Sounds good to me.
Where are we supposed to be intercepting these FBI agents and this Mr. Scott?
Looks like they have a hangar that is, fortified, but it is nothing special. They've just converted it. Seems.
They have a hangar.
Yeah, that's, what the plan says they'll end up at anyway, whether things go right or wrong.
We don't have to go out to the fucking airport at all. We could just go around, skirt into a road crew, and Candy can rouse their blood, and then we fucking make way to this hangar. Do you know the hangar?
Hangar 182.
It shouldn't be too fucking hard to find.
Most of the time, I'm just painted on the side.
I mean, like, we could just go on the plane and like wait for them, ambush and like all that or whatever.
That'd be fun.
And then like we could have a plane. Oh my god, plane party!
I wouldn't be against that.
There is a thing such as an airport, and a plane taken off without required permissions be brought down rather quickly.
I also don't know how to fly a plane. I don't know if you guys have your aviator's license, but I'm not exactly fucking capable.
My buddy Philip had a bipedal thing once, and it was a good time. He went up, went down. Never saw him again on the second trip, though. He left.
Or he died.
Tim just shrugs. He just shrugs. Never saw the man again.
Well, that's the best kind of friend.
Either way, it seems like the hangar, me and them in the hangar is an ambush. Seems like the best call. We don't have to worry about security going through the front doors. And yeah, the road crew should be pretty easy for Candy and I to deal with.
It'll be a joy to watch you in action.
I was training to be a stewardess like one time, so...
Would you like to go into detail about that particular experience?
Oh no, they were gonna make me wear wool. I quit.
Please don't ever change, Candy. Please.
I have a gut feeling when one of the groups they hope doesn't succeed in their mission.
Yes. They, sounds like you're definitely qualified for some things, just not this.
Clearly they would not have asked me if they thought I was incapable of doing the job.
That's right, Candy.
I haven't made it this far, on just my good looks. I mean, I have, but
Okay, Tim, do you want to find a place where we can get in here?
He just sighs and nods, and I will start driving my way outside the airport, looking for side roads and the like. Probably ones that say employee access only, but ignore it anyway, and just kind of go through with my tow truck and start looking for a place. I guess like I'm trying to. I know what an airport kind of like looks like in general.
Yeah, this one is very small. There is,
Yeah, exactly.
You like drive past the main entrance, and it's basically a small building on the side. It's fenced around every corner. There's like a hangar next to the entrance that's like got a commercial airline name on it. And then very clearly at the other end of the runway, which is the largest part of the space, is just empty openness. There is a very low profile, big corrugated iron hangar thing.
Is there a fence that keeps us from driving into toward that area?
There is a fence, but there's also a fence gate with just like a couple of people manning a booth.
Okay, like I just had an idea.
I'm all ears, Candy.
So like anytime I wanted to fly anywhere, right? Like that one time I went to Coachella, I just like called up the airport and booked a private plane. I could like book the hangar next to it and they'd have to like let us in.
Have you got money to burn?
I mean, Daddy does. But why would you burn money? Ugh.
I look at the clock. What time is it?
Oh, it's probably getting towards like 3 in the morning.
I kind of just look to Candy. Maybe you're getting yourself confused because you can go out in the sunlight. It's such a gift. But calling at 3 a.m. to reserve a private plane and anybody even going to answer and even going to be able to get it for, well, right about now?
I can get just about anything I want, but if you'd rather like have a tussle with the guys at the gate or whatever.
Yeah, weirdly, I think it is more likely that 3 in the morning is a perfectly normal time for a private jet to take off.
Tim just kind of throws that question out there and just shrugs. I'm sure Ikemba could look him in the eyes, bat his pretty eyelashes, and convince him to let us through.
Yeah, no, Candy, that was a good idea, but I think the only worry is that, like you mentioned, you and your father are already on the FBI's list. So if their prized possession goes missing and then they find out that right next to the hangar that they were in is yours, might lead suspicion towards you. And I love your company. I don't want anything awful to happen to you.
Oh, that's really kind, but okay. I mean, I'm allowed to fly within the United States at least. I just can't leave the country.
I feel like there's a story behind that, but we can talk about it later.
Hey, Tim, do you got like, I don't know, you got a suit, right? Like some kind of like zip up overall or coverall, right?
If you just like look over, like, yeah, my seat kind of just tucked in the back, you can see blue overalls kind of in a jumbled pile, just sitting there. Yeah.
You got a couple of pair?
Oh, I don't remember if I had one from me. He just starts with one hand on the wheel driving, just completely turns around, starts fumbling, and then he eventually is able to pull one out. It's slightly dimmer blue, darker, and maybe would have fit him when he was younger.
If I can maybe finagle a vest, this, and he kind of like reaches in a side bag, pulls out some large ear-muffed headphones. Properly work right on the runway. Shouldn't look too weird.
Honestly, sounds good.
Blended in. And can you look those guards in the eye, as we kind of roll closer, and tell them to let us through?
I mean, like, you could always just like let me out here and let me walk up and like distract them, and I'll like hit a button or something to let you in.
They're the ones that look like they're supposed to be there. The rest of us, if we all kind of cram just behind these seats, I can make it look like we're not even there.
Okay, I don't mind getting a bit closer to Candy.
You could have led with that. You could have led with that, man. Matter. Look at this.
You've got costumes for 2 people. You don't prepare for 5?
I mean, like, I'm not wearing a jumpsuit no matter what.
Ikemba has to wear the jumpsuit. You can't sit on her lap. You've got to tell the dude who to let us in.
Okay, fine.
He makes a point. Our Ikemba is my partner on this one, I guess.
GR, do you want to switch places?
I'm already in the back, like putting on one of the overalls. Yeah.
Oh God, undress again.
There's another one. He's got another one.
Yeah, JR. Undress.
Time and place. Time and place, Candy. Come on.
I will go to I'll take the other jumpsuit and I'll start getting dressed.
So what, you're all just dumping me in the back seat?
It doesn't matter. No one will be able to see you. And at that point, darkness spreads from Sava and just encompasses the entire back portion of this cabin. And it's as if it were a significantly smaller space. It feels cramped now, even more so. And the unfortunate effect of this is that, Tim, you cannot see out your back, your mirror.
My rear view.
But the others are concealed. So whoever wants to be up front, Tim, pull up to the booth.
As I pull up to the booth, I have the window up because I'm assuming it's still pouring rain out. And it's not an automatic window, so I bend down and I start cranking it slowly, and you hear like the squeaking of the plastic in the metal of an old window that kind of goes down unevenly, gets stuck right at the end, and Tim reaches his hand out with his palm, just baps it down, so it goes all the way down. Smiles at the two guards, his semi-toothless smile, before leaning back and letting Ikemba take lead.
Hey, yeah, sorry. I want to get out of your hair as soon as possible. It's 3 a.m. You know, we're all tired here. Can we get through? We just have some stuff to drop off and set up and get ready to set up some of the planes that are going to be leaving. Because someone had a private jet, so we're going to bring in some of their stuff today. Is that good?
Roll me a charisma, a manipulation, because you're lying. Manipulation, subterfuge, +1 for your ore.
How did I do?
Easy for you.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, as soon as Ikemba starts talking, the words like honey, just like they immediately have sympathy for you, and like some rich arsehole obviously booked a private plane. You're gonna have to sort. What at this time of night?
Ridiculous,
are you kidding
honestly.
me?
It's ridiculous. But
They do this entirely too often.
Yeah.
Okay, I am so sorry.
It puts food on the table, you know. So I guess I can't really complain. But thank you for being so cooperative with this.
No, it's just let us sign in. Let us know when you're leaving. He hands over a clipboard for like a box for a name, and you just, I guess, scribble on it.
I probably had I put some old signature I had years ago that I don't use anymore. Put that down.
Yeah, you're practiced at this. It's like, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.
You too.
Tim leans back up, smiles, says no words, and just and then when the window's up, it just says, only a toreador can make somebody who's getting rained on apologize to the dry.
I think I had a smile at the fact that you said that, and just goes, well, good thing I'm not a toreador, and just leans back.
He raises his eyebrows and is like, and he just kind of like smirks, like surprised, and like seems to be put into thought.
The gates, like chicken wire gates, open in front of you.
Like, OMG, it's me, Candy, and I'm like here to tell you, you can go to dieharddice.com and get some of those math rocks that everyone's like so hype about. If you use the code DRACPAT, they'll give you like a discount or whatever. And like Pod by Night gets some of that cash because not everyone has Daddy's Visa Black.
Tim and Ikemba, as you start to drive through, you notice like something entirely out of place. Slightly off to the side, you see a statue of a woman.
You say of a woman? Sorry.
Yeah, statue of a woman, like in Greco-Roman style, like with the draped around her and like in a kind of fainting pose looking off into the distance.
I'm imagining there's a roll that maybe could be made to recognize who this might be or not.
Who this might be is very difficult to tell because it has no face. And you look at it and there is an instinct that immediately rises in both of you that this is something that can hurt you. And I would like you both to roll Frenzy.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
And because of your clan, Drak, this is... so for Tim, you're rolling Fear Frenzy.
Okay.
For Drak, you are rolling Anger Frenzy.
So we both rolled 4.
Oh, damn. Okay. You look at this thing with... It's clearly made here to scare you off. Or in Ikemba's case, make you angry. And it almost does it. But the closer you get, your force of will kind of overpowers your beast that this thing is poking and prodding and needling. And you feel a relief as you pass it slowly. And anyone looking just notice a slight crack start to wind its way down the statue. But you are through the gates.
Someone clenches his jaw and like his fists as well to try and keep it contained, but then...
Like, it's kind of quiet. What's going on?
Yeah, you can probably hear the creaking of like the leather on the steering wheel as my grip kind of gets tight, but as we move past it, and Candy says that big wooden statue out there, men in black bullshit, Templar nonsense, probably belongs to those who are, I'm assuming, moving Mr. Scott.
Man, what the men in fucking... Excuse me? Excuse me? Like, turns around, tries to peer out the back of the truck. Hold on, I need a photo of this shit.
Oh yeah, at this point, like you get out your phone, the light, the glow from your phone is not visible, and Yourself, oh, sorry, we're through, right? I couldn't see anything. And he drops.
I mean, Tim just says, you look at it and it does something to your beast. I wouldn't.
Yeah. Nearly lost it there.
Who are the men in black?
Well, that's a whole story, and I promise I'll tell you another time.
Okay. Is that bad? Should we be worried?
This job suddenly got a little bit more difficult.
It's not so bad. The sightings are super limited of men in black. It's a lot of he said, she said. I don't think it's this case. Promise.
Nah. This is ink.
Like, now that I can see this statue or whatever, I have a bit of like an academics and fashion and the history of like fashion. So like, can I tell anything from the statue that these gentlemen like cannot?
Oh, absolutely. You can in fact tell that this is, if not genuine, it is an incredible replica of a very old style of Greek statue making. At one point, it may have been painted. It must, like the particular robes that she was wearing indicate that this thing is very old, and the style is in keeping with the kind of decorations that the Catholic Church like to keep in the Vatican.
Okay, like, so I don't mean to be a know-it-all or anything, but sometimes, like, I do know stuff, and let me just tell you, one time I had this friend who had, like, this party, right? And it was outside on her lawn, and, like, she was all about trying to show us her, like, private collection of, like, Greek statues or whatever, which are super duper gaudy. And let me just tell you, even from here, I can tell that that may not be genuine, but regardless, they are definitely attempting for the same kind of gaudy Grecian style, so it's kind of legit.
Who's this friend do you have? Do you have their number, address? Just curious.
I mean, it was her like bachelorette party, so I don't think she's like available anymore.
Understood.
But good try, Ikemba, or like whatever. You know, you would totally like be her type or whatever.
Hey, maybe her husband would be interested.
Like, maybe. The last time I saw him, he was, like, taking a guy's finger off or whatever for daddy, so.
My type, okay.
So what's the, like, plan here? Are we worried about the statue? Or are we gonna, like, try to kill the men in black? Or
Do we see the hangar? And, like, is it...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You are driving directly to the hangar. You, like, pull up outside
What's
of it.
the distance?
There are clearly lights on inside. The distance from where to where?
Between the hangar and the statue.
Oh, it's not big. It's like 100 foot.
Real close. Okay. All right.
like, what kind of plane is this? Because, like, I only travel in like the nicest kind of planes? Like, is this
You
like,
don't see any planes.
Yeah.
The hangar doors are shut. And out on the runway, out on the tarmac, no planes.
Does there anything in the paperwork that we grabbed from any of the FBI people that talks about this place or any of the plans for this night? Like, I don't, because we grabbed handfuls here and there.
Yeah.
Or what, maybe Sava has something. I'm just curious if there's like any idea if we have like a schedule here.
The schedule essentially says, pick up from place A, bus, take to the safe house, move on to the airport, conduct preliminary interrogation, evac through helicopter
So they're waiting on a helicopter.
or plane. Aircraft, it says.
Okay.
okay, so like they're interrogating him like right now. So
Most likely.
we might be like too late or whatever. We should like go.
Probably scope out the area first, just see who we're dealing with. Clearly with that statue, they know what they're keeping out. They might be prepared in other ways.
I'm just gonna hop out of the truck. I wanna check out this hangar. If it's locked down, it shouldn't be too hard to get in. I'm guessing as a tow truck driver, there's a very good chance that he's got like some channel locks, like a big like plug lock remover, something like that.
Oh, for sure. That's easy enough to have on you. Essentially, there's two ways into this hangar. There are the large hangar doors for the aircraft, and then there's also a personnel door like right next to it.
Is from us going past other hangars, probably I assume I've probably been near this airport a couple of times as well.
Mm-hmm.
But what does the roof of these hangars look like? Are they like glass? Are they glass windows? Is there any way to look through? Anything like that? Is just pure?
Yeah, tin corrugated iron, kind of slightly arced, but it's huge.
Yeah.
It's all metal essentially
Okay.
Uh,
on the outside.
Sava, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Do you know the name of the spook you killed back in that house back there?
Yeah, seems to correspond to the right guy. Lul Gardner is his name.
He just nods. Did you spend any time watching him, seeing how he acted before you moved, or you just move in and slit that man's throat?
Well, he acted quite scared before I broke his neck.
Yeah, you see Tim chuckle. No recon though, on how he acted or behaved.
I suppose very authoritative, very upright. He moved with what I would say was confidence and smoothness. But
Did he have a rank or nothing? Do you know?
oh, he was special agent. He was the guy in charge. That's what his badge says.
I look over to Ikemba. Ikemba, are you taking all this in?
Yes, I am.
I can make you look like him.
Oh.
You can walk in the side door. Something went wrong at the safe house. Plans have changed, especially if you're the one in charge. Take him out the side door, maybe have him scatter. When they come out here, they'll just see a military vehicle waiting. Don't let him interact. Don't shake no hands. Shit'll go broken that way. I'll be right behind you.
I'm not against that. That'd be quite fun.
You're authoritative. You're a special agent in charge of everything. We just got to get Scott out of here. Quick, quiet. Vampires are out. They figured it out. They're on us. Half-truths. You know what to do. You're better than this than I am.
Yeah, I think I can do this.
Everybody okay with that? By the way, I apologize. I realize I spoke up and spilled forth a plan that nobody had said aye to.
That sounds pretty smooth.
We're outside of the truck. He's got like a cigarette and he just kind of waves on and he's fine with it. You can see. He's going to kind of like look to the door to see if it may be locked, if it's visibly locked.
You could probably just punch right through it, honestly.
Oh no, they're not trying to make a big scene. He's got a history of some larceny, so he's going to try to use it if it's locked.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think it's a problem. Like, from what you can tell, there's nothing going on either immediately inside or out here. So you can, like, fiddle around with the lock and, like, break it open.
So the way I'm thinking of this, by the way, just so you know in my head, I want to have the truck kind of parallel to the hangar, where like the personnel door would be up ahead on our left-hand side. And I want to position myself where I can kind of be at like a 90-degree angle between the door that Ikemba's going to go through and being able to see the vehicle on my left, just if that works, if that's possible to do. And before he hops out of the car, he'd be like, Sav, are you one of them shadow movers? So if you could maybe help me out and while I'm out there.
Oh, keep you safe and silent?
Out of sight.
Okay, make sure no one sees you, sure.
You know, like, if bullets start flying or whatever, I can help with that.
Oh, perfect.
Always good to have a plan B.
So what, am I gonna, like, just sit in the truck or whatever?
Ideally, most of us do not much, and Ikemba walks out with what we need. Like I said, when they walk out and they look in this direction, they won't see a truck. They'll see some military vehicle, and hopefully we'll just get out of here.
So they're just gonna, like, hand him over. Okay, I'll, like, sit here then.
As we step out and Ikemba steps out as well, you just kind of, once again, just like, his tongue rolls across like the front of his teeth and he spits. As he kind of spits onto the ground, Ikemba, you're going to, you'll see your body, you won't feel shit. You'll look and it'll feel the same for you. I'm gonna use Fata Morgana and create the illusion over you that you are the special agent. Voice will be his voice. No, we didn't hear shit. We didn't hear his voice. Did we?
Yeah, no, he was dead. But you did see him.
See him, how he acts. Yeah, I will adjust your voice to not be Ikemba's voice. It'll be something hopefully more like I don't know. If this guy was in a typical U.S. special agent, I'm thinking typical kind of just deep, boring American voice. So that's what I'll go with. And I'm just gonna keep you in sight and just kind of keep myself positioned. I gotta roll a rouse check though for Fata Morgana. All right, I get a little hungrier.
Fata Morgana cannot be used to mask or otherwise disguise people. But you can create an illusion of the man.
Oh, I can just do that? All right, I guess that's what I'm going to do, is just create an illusion of the man and not do it over somebody. So I knew I could create an illusion of a walking, talking person who can smelled and shit if I wanted him to, but...
Oh, yeah, he can stink to high heaven.
Out of curiosity, was there, like, any booze that did he look like he smoked cigarettes in the place that I would have remembered? Any lingering smell that I can slap on to help?
Yeah, I think you've got, like, a good idea of what cigarettes he smoked.
Okay, cool. So I gain a little hunger.
This is not going to be easy because you're up against certain people, so I'm going to say the difficulty for this one is 4. The only other limit of your power that you're aware of is you need to be able to see the person. So you'll have to go in with Ikemba.
Can I, if I can stay within the doorway or frame and see into the building and still see them, I'd prefer to do that. But if I have to go in, Sava better have me.
The difficulty here is now that JR has bust open the door and he can see like this initial entrance area and to off to the side is the hangar where there is no plane at all, just a huge vacant space, but along one side is an office looking kind of space that you are going to have to go into.
All right, well, I will try to follow along as best I can as needed. But first
is the only possible place they can be.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes, so I just make it, but I do it.
No, I was just going to ask, what do I need to roll to not appear dead? I'm assuming that's the thing I need to do.
That is 1 rouse check.
Okay.
And everyone else that wants to not appear gaunt and dead and cold.
That's why I'm hiding.
I'll take a deep breath in and look a bit more alive.
Yeah, and beside you is the corpse from the other house, now alive and well, and he smells like cigarettes, I suppose.
Cheap cigarettes.
Yeah, cheap cigarettes.
Okay. Ikemba, Tim, Sava, and the illusion of the special agent all walk into an airport hangar. Ikemba, you open the office door for this guy, and down the end you see a jail cell where inside is a man who looks basic as fuck, but he is bloodied and he is looking on the verge of frenzy. Because stood next to him in a voice you can't quite hear at this point because you're a distance away, you know that this person is interrogating them intensely.
How many people are in this room?
in this room, aside from yourselves and the illusion, you see 3 other people. Presumably Scott, the interrogator, and someone Ikemba and Tim would recognize as Candy's dad.
Huh. Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm gonna have the illusion move forward with Ikemba along the way and see if they react first, as he's gonna kind of just walk with a quickened pace. The illusion is gonna walk with a quickened pace toward the 3 of them. At least I now know I have a name for one of them, and I can actually like look at him.
Oh yeah, I'm in all of the information that you've got. You can make a pretty good assumption that this is Agent Brandon Hirsch, that is the interrogator. That was all in the info that you got from Sava.
Okay. As we get close, I'm just gonna kind of have the illusion kind of say, Hirsch, put it down enough for now. Mr. Luciano, we have a problem. We have to move.
Oh, has there been a change in the schedule, sir?
He shakes his head. Not so much a change in the schedule. The blank bodies have gotten our tail. One hit my house. I was able to put it down. They're going to be after Scott next. Transport outside, secure. We have a safe house we can store him in for one night. We're going to move him out of here tomorrow night. Helicopter coming in.
Seems like, if you don't mind me saying as well, they seem to have gotten Agent Pasternak, so they most likely know where we are right now.
God damn it. Okay, yeah, Pasternak called me in a bit of a she seems worried, basically. I don't know what happened to her, but well, she thinks she met some of them.
I suggest you leave now, Mr. Luciano. That's better to leave alone and not have anybody trail behind you. Wouldn't want you to be tied to all this if anything gets discovered. I prefer to keep our relationship friendly.
Sir, are you sure you want to do that? Agent Nizola is on her way. She'll be here soon. She can deal with the situation here.
How long do we have?
She'll be here in about 20 minutes.
He looks like he thinks for a minute. You have a point. And I look back to Ikemba. I want you to escort Mr. Luciano out here. I'll stay here with Hersher and we'll wait. But Mr. Luciano, I still think it's best for you and your ties, familial, to get out of here.
Tim, can you make me a manipulation subterfuge? Seems like an excellent...
It's the one thing I can actually do. I will add... No, I'll wait. Maybe I'll spend a willpower. I have a base 7 dice pool with this, so I'm hoping.
Pretty good. You are against...
What's the difficulty?
Oh man, this is difficulty 5. This is a trained agent.
Yeah, of course. Well, it was a 4.
Oh.
Can I barter with 4 out of 5? Can I barter for a partial success with some sort of failure? Some sort of punishment for it?
Yes, I think you can. Especially with a messy crit, we're well on the way. You feel the beast feeding you as you try your utmost to make this illusion puppet someone that is entirely beyond your full understanding and your full knowledge. And as your sentence goes on, you watch the look in the agent's eye just slowly kind of slit their eyes in suspicion. They look at the agent, they look at you, and they just go, okay, but who are these 3? And that is when your beast tells you it is time to rebel. And you are taken by your compulsion.
A Ravnos compulsion.
A Ravnos compulsion, which I'll...
Rebellion. Let's see. So yeah, take a stand against whomever they see as the status quo in the situation.
Which is absolutely FBI.
Whether that's their leader, a viewpoint expressed by a potential vessel, or just the task they were supposed to do at the moment.
You remember Luciano fucking you over?
Yeah, I know. He didn't pay me, fucker.
Yeah. Ikemba watches, and I'm assuming you follow lead as you both begin to charge.
I just watched this happen. I think Ikemba sees it all like go to shit and immediately like steps back to watch the show.
Well, I'm just trying to shoulder the guy where he can get grabbed by the man on the verge of frenzy.
Oh yeah, the agent is going for their gun, but you just elbow barge them into the wrought iron bars, and you watch their head flick back and crack against them, and they slide down, and you see Luciano handcuffed. Pick him up. How do you murder this man?
I guess Tim looks over to him. Fucker, pay your workers. We're a fair operating kindred society.
I don't know what you are, who you are, or how the fuck you found me, but get me out of here and I will pay you a lot of money.
There's a moment that maybe that literally does take a, like, that's tempting, obviously, for Tim to get him out of here and stuff. However, because I'm being held by my compulsion and this man did me wrong, I will Fata Morgana one more time to create an illusion of, is there like a window nearby?
This place has no windows at all.
Oh, no windows? Then no, probably not that then. I wouldn't want that to be the case. Oh no, you know, I would, honest to God, I would just create an illusion of multiple me's.
Multiple use? You can even create the illusion of a window, it doesn't matter.
No, yeah, but that would be too obvious for him to realize it's fake.
Multiple
multiple me's, we all charge him, and he just has to hope that he blocks the right one so that we all pull our knife and we all go for the throat. So yeah, that's what you see, Ikemba. You see me reach down for, and I pull my knife out. I will roll hunger. Hey, no hunger. And then just kind of out of nowhere, you just see like out of just kind of fanning out multiple versions of me, and without waiting a beat, we all charge him with our knives drawn, and I'm going for a kill, obviously, if I can. I don't know if he's mortal, I don't know if he's a ghoul, I don't know if he's a kindred, but we about to find out.
I mean, tell us how this man dies. All that he gets out before you reach him is a... What the...
All that happens is once Tim reaches him, the knife gets buried into his throat, up toward the chin, and he holds the knife there as he slowly collapses, and just kind of looks him in the eye, and at the end, it maybe it's like a smirk, and just be like, "Pay the people that do your fucking dirty work." And as he pulls the dagger, he just like will lick some of the blood off and sheath it. Fucking kind. And he turns around to the cage, who hopefully he's now fed, and will go to just knock the lock off and get this fucker out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Ikemba didn't do anything.
Ikemba is honestly like, Ikemba's kind of just leaned against the wall, I think, like watching like he's watching a wrestling match, or like just entertainment, a form of entertainment, just kind of leaned back smiling, just goes, "That was impressive, but I'm not going to be the one to break it to Candy."
He shrugs his shoulders. "I ain't telling Candy shit. You can tell her if you want. She'll find out eventually. Hopefully I'll be long out of fucking this place when she does." And I just grab the guy who's, as they open the door, be like, "Scott, I presume."
Who the fuck are you? And we are moving outside to Candy, who is sat in this this van, and you spot something coming through the gate. Big ol' Humvee with what looks like 2 FBI agents sat in the front. And that is where we're going to end for today.
Okay.
This is beautifully vampire, baby. I love it. I'm gonna die so bad. My head will not stay on my shoulders after that.
I have ideas already.
But that's fine. I think that's a great way for like yeah, it's fine. Sorry, Josh. We'll talk about this after.
I mean, it works way better. I'll be perfectly honest. Like, I had so many ideas, but like when we're compressing it into an hour, just like going with the flow is so much easier. It makes it so much better. So this was perfect. Thank you, everyone.
I guess we'll see you next week for the finale.
We'll see you next week. Bye.